So we got a couple things going on today that don't have anything to do with you guys, other than the fact that you can watch it. One thing we've got a pre-trial schedule today. I've been told that what we're going to do today is pick a trial date, so that should be fairly quick. And then it sounds like I've got a probation violator that got picked up in Canton. I'm trying to figure out how to handle that one today as well. So you're going to see that. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully, we'll get going the next two. Thank you, Your Honor.
You know where it is, right?
Here we go.
Chip will read this book.
Yeah.
Most
And they have cheese choices.
This is the book. It's been 20 years discussing.
Oh, yeah, they make a decision on the contempt or the, this is the Supreme Court. So, because they cut back on what they were asking for, they're
Yeah.
asking for just official. Before they were saying, Trump.
Because I know that they make the recommendation, because we had. We're doing, team tribunal.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we got 10 seconds and it comes by.
Already.
That's what happens.
This is a copy.
Yeah.
And we got a 7-second delay in here or not?
Please rise. Report this report now session out of Brian Oakley presiding.
Have a seat. All right, appearances for People versus Bright.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael Bolton, on behalf of the city of Lincoln Park.
Respectfully, Your Honor, Sam Rich Ballard, 62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Bright. Mr. Bright, if you please rise and say your name for the judge. Ryan Bright.
Thank you, Mr. Bright. All right, what are we doing today, fellas?
Your Honor, at this time, I'm
didn't mean to speak out of order. I've spoken with Mr. Bright, Your Honor, and as you recall, last time we were here at the arraignment, Mr. Bright through me asserted his right to a speedy trial. He's still asserting that. He was respectfully requesting that this matter be set for an immediate jury trial, Your Honor, and I'd like to speak the bond whenever the court's ready.
Okay,
No objection.
okay. Yeah, jury trial dates. It's all over the board right now. How about June 11th?
Your Honor, that Tuesday I started trial. Tuesdays aren't good for me. The third was a better day for me. I'm sorry. But,
I'll be in Lansing on the 3rd.
May 30th? May 30th?
My victim is out of the country.
May 30th?
yes, ma'am.
June 11th works, but I don't think it works.
No, Samir starts the trial that day.
June 4th, 5th?
Yeah, yes, that would work.
24th.
24th works.
June 24th?
Oh, I'm sorry, I do have a trial that day starting, gosh, so sorry. How about the week before that, the week of the 17th?
That week, if we have things every day. We do, we have things every day. Actually,
Okay, do you want to set a final well, I don't know.
It's going to be hard for me to waive his speedy right trial by having something that's a non-trial judge.
Okay.
the 25th, 27th, June.
5th, well,
27th is the best for me. 27th, good for you?
no, not if I'm in this trial. I'm sorry, on the 24th. Is there anything earlier than? Anything in May? We can try, or is it May? Week of the 20th?
Working on something.
Right in the week of May 20th?
May 20th, we have a jury trial. No. May 28th. May 30th.
Yeah. I have a 4-day preliminary examination on that elector's case, that Trump elector's case in Lansing. It's gonna be these 4 days, starting on the 25th. Okay, how about we just take the June date and then I'll, because I don't. The end of June, is that?
The end of June one,
Yeah, what date is that again?
I have the 24th, 25th, or 27th.
27th, please.
The 27th was good for you, Mr. Shaw, correct?
That would be good. And Your Honor, I would let this court know that if me and the prosecutor are able to perhaps work something out prior to this 27th, would it be okay to notify the court ahead of time so we don't have to go to the jury
Well,
trial?
she's gonna send you a scheduling order out and it's gonna give you a cutoff because I'm not gonna take any reduced pleas too late.
Got it.
So I'm gonna give you a target date.
And not necessarily a reduced plea. I was hoping that we could work this out prior to a jury trial date where
I'm always
perhaps it'll be
gonna,
a dismissal.
I'm always gonna encourage that.
That'll be 27th. All of them happen that day. Jury selection and trial. It all happens simultaneously, same day.
All right, so what is our current bond?
Your Honor, our current bond, from what I understand, is $150,000. And what as you understand, Your Honor, on the day that he was arraigned, he was also, after he left, he was arraigned on felony matters. Your Honor, he's currently on house arrest and tether on those felony matters. We respectfully request that this court would shadow and mirror that bond. There will be no contact will be established. Court will always know exactly where he's at. He's no longer going to be a danger to anyone in the community or a danger to any victims in this case. So we ask that you just convert his current bond to a tether bond with house arrest that he has now, so he can go back home, be with his daughter, because he needs to do things in order to get his daughter back, Your Honor. And I believe that will alleviate any fear from any victims out there or from this court for the public.
Your Honor, one of the victims actually is Mr. Zelenak. I'll let him speak, if that's okay with the court, as to what
Sure.
he feels as far as the danger level.
Your Honor, I've had no problem in the past with bonds with Mr. Bright, but it bears mentioning that on all the cases where I prosecuted Mr. Bright, and the cases where I dismissed charges with a condition that he would not contact me or my family or the city of Lincoln Park except for official business, never prevailed. And what led to this incident and these arrests here was a series of emails and postings that he would send to me and send to the courthouse, completely controverting the order. And secondly, he was ordered by Judge Mullins on the plea for the bond violation here, which is a separate matter from the jury trial, whether he violated bond conditions and probation conditions. That's a separate hearing from the jury trial matter. That he would seek mental health treatment, which he failed to do. And I received emails challenging the authority of the judge to do that. It's not so much that he poses a threat to me, perhaps to my children, perhaps to the foreign government that I represent, where he keeps sending letters asking them to recall me to the foreign country. He just seems to get his hands on everything. And I'm not opposed to him being back on the streets if he did something productive. We got mental health treatment. However, I don't need to be annoyed with emails that come 11 o'clock at night to my house telling me that one of us is going to be gone in 7 days, something of that nature. Mr. Bright just never gets it. Once you're nice to him, he has a month, and then that lunar cycle starts again, and he's back on it. That's just my position as an individual. It's not fear for just me, but my family, the other prosecutors in Lincoln Park. He should have no contact with any, and I'm not sure he understands that yet.
Thank you.
Your Honor, respectfully, I just want to reiterate, it's not that he's going to be out on the streets, Your Honor. He has house arrest and untethered. And I understand the concern where this is contact with the computer. Your Honor, you can put a condition that he can't use the computer in any threatening way. He understands the consequences of violating your bond. He understands where he'll be waiting for his jury trial if he violates your bond. The same place that he's been since he's been arraigned, Your Honor. That he gets that, he understands that he has more important things that he wants to accomplish. And so we just asked this court, we think that bond isn't supposed to be a penalty, and Mr. Zelenak is arguing for it to be a penalty. We just want to make sure that he's going to not be a danger to society, and he's going to make all of his court dates, Your Honor. He's going to do all of that with just house arrest and a tether, as he's ordered to do during his felony cases as we speak.
Thank you. What's the status, Mr. Zelenak, you just mentioned there's a bond violation hearing pending or something?
Well, I believe one of the three matters here, Your Honor, is the violation of the probation issue with Judge Mullins, and she recused herself, and it was sent here. And that the allegation there is that he failed to avoid contact with the prosecutor in that case, which happened to be me, and that he failed to seek mental health treatment. And that's separate from the other two matters. The court could hear that, make decisions sua sponte, or have a separate hearing. That would give him a speedy right to that hearing. And individually, if you ask me, I would think that if you would want a victim to say what a proper bond is, I would say 5,000 on each file, no 10%. I don't have any objection. I just wish he'd stop contacting the city, the police department, the city's employees, the city's prosecutors, the court, and the judges.
Anything else from the defense?
And once again, Your Honor, and I do understand Mr. Zelenak's concerns. I believe that all those concerns can be alleviated and carved without a cash bond. Your Honor, him being on home arrest and having a tether.
But the problem with that is he's got a computer at home. And the tether won't stop him from getting on that computer and harassing folks.
Right, you can make that a condition of the bond.
It's been a condition of bond many times. Other judges, I think 2 other judges have made that a condition of bond, have they not?
Yes, they have, Your Honor.
And I mean, I'm good, but I don't have any reason to think he's going to believe me if he didn't believe the other 2 judges.
And I'm not sure if the court is aware of this, but for the record, I just want to say that those other judges, the reason that they were accused is because they were being threatened themselves.
Right.
And also, I guess, reported to the tenure commission, things like that. So we just want to know that Mr. Bright is going to get help. He's going to get help for himself because he needs it. And I think he does, but he does. And
I'll tell you what, if he wants to get out of where he's at bad enough to start some kind of a treatment program, I'll do it. Other than that, he's going to stay where he's at. So if you want to have some more conversation with him while I get started on my other afternoon matters and see if he's willing to commit to that.
Your Honor, he'll be willing to, if this court modifies.
It's not enough for him to tell me that. He's got to have a place to go and I got to know where he's going to be.
His mother is here, so I have a contact on the outside that will make sure that, I'll talk with her, see if she can make arrangements, so he could be in a, something that will satisfy this court regarding mental health treatment. And again, Your Honor, it's gonna be kind of limited what he can do.
Sure.
Because of this conditions of felony probation, that say he's on house arrest and tethered. So I don't think he can do anything inpatient, but I believe he'll be able to do outpatient services while this is pending. And what I'll do is I'll speak with the mom, and I'll make sure that he has outpatient, he'll have an outpatient.
Well, let's do this. You have that conversation, see if we can have some kind of a plan in place before I do anything with the bond.
Okay.
You talk to him, sir. You got an attorney.
Guidance Center, Southfield.
When do we want to have this bond revocation hearing or this bond violation hearing? Have you gentlemen had any conversation about that? Because that's going to take a lot less time than a jury trial, so I can probably schedule that before the end of June. So let's do this. Let me get started with my other docket stuff. You have some conversation with Mom and Mr. Bright. You two have some conversation, and you can sneak in here and talk to Heather about dates.
Got it.
I want to accomplish two things today. I want to pick a date for that bond hearing, violation of bond hearing, and I also would like to settle this, whether or not I'm going to change bond or not.
Understood.
All right? Clear?
Makes sense. Thank you.
All right. Any idea where Emily is?
Works for me.
They don't know.
You're in a breakout room.
No, they're not. They were grabbing.
Are we ready on either your sentencing or this bond hearing?
I am ready to send you, but I need to speak to somebody quick, so maybe I'll just talk to them first and we can roll.
That's fine.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Hey, what's?
Okay, let's do a little Q&A while we're waiting for that.
I don't even know what the official charges are. There's some kind of assaultive charge because he made threats. And actually, it might not be assault, it might be telecommunications device, improper use of telecommunications device, which would be threatening somebody electronically. It's obviously a mental health issue. I don't know if you caught it or not, he's been through at least 2 different courts. And when he threatens those judges say, well, I'm not hearing any more of these. So I ended up with it. Yeah, so the jury trial should be interesting, and it'll be live stream on Zoom. Yeah.
Was it mentioned that he said he was gone?
Yep. Yep.
How long has he been in jail?
I don't, because he was in jail before I first saw the file, I think. Heather might know, but I think he's been in jail for a number of months now. Yeah, I'll get you in just a second.
What would happen to him if he continued to break this?
He's just gonna keep sitting in jail until we have a trial date. All the charges he's facing, they're misdemeanors, so they're, maximum 93 days. Well, there's such a thing as a high misdemeanor, but a true misdemeanor, the maximum penalty is 90 days, 90 or 93 days jail. Heather,
Yeah.
how long has Mr. Bright been in custody at this point? You know? I think he's been in custody for 2 or 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
So, if he would have walked in day one and pled guilty, he probably got a street, even if he got maximum sentence. But the bottom line is everybody knows what he needs is treatment, but he won't go.
How long is that after this?
That's on a felony matter, because the threats that he made against Mr. Zelnick, the guy that's sitting over there, he made threats against him. I think the felony charge is terrorist threats. Do you know?
Could be, I honestly.
And if that's what it is, that's a point you're telling.
If you mentioned that, the lawyer said that his family was threatened with the
Yeah.
period. That's what it is.
Yeah, but it's all mental health. That's
But you have
what
to
it
see
is.
it for
I didn't forget you. Well, I did for a second, but. On these cases, the misdemeanor cases, the felony cases will be tried downtown. Well, he might, I don't know, he might take a deal. Because I guarantee the felony case, same thing, they want him in treatment. No, nobody wants this guy in jail or prison, he's not getting help.
You need to wait. It's safe to wait to speak, absolutely.
It is, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are people that need to be in prison, this guy needs to be treated.
Yeah.
But if the only way we can keep him under control is to lock him away,
And that's what you have to do.
even though we don't want to, right? Right. Anything else? That's it? You guys realize you're here to entertain me, right? That's all you got?
Well, he's in prison.
He's not in prison
Or
now,
prison,
he's
well,
in jail.
serving jail.
What's the difference, you might
Yeah,
say?
what's the difference?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Anybody know?
I figured-
There's like a state that.
Generally, but that's really not the cutoff.
Is jail like, for the.
Jail is supposed to be short term, right? You know, 5 to 10, you're supposed to do that at a prison. Awaiting trial, that's supposed to be in jail.
Well, he's in jail. Who's watching his daughter? Like,
I don't know.
because he's not married.
I
His
have no
mom
idea.
is-
Have no idea.
No.
Nope. I think this is the first reference I've heard to any family. I know that this is the first time his mom's been in court with us, hasn't it? Yeah. Okay, this side of the room is fairly talkative. What's in there? Just water. Just water.
So right now, I'm just saying.
Yes.
How did like, what did you do like?
I have no idea what the initial interaction was with, Mr. Zelnick is the prosecutor for Lincoln Park. So I don't know what his initial contact with Lincoln Park was, but it obviously didn't go well. No, and I'm not gonna recuse myself if he agrees me with, just because at some point it's gotta end, right?
Yeah.
And we just can't, he can't see every judge in the state of Michigan. And, you know, just because he's got a mental health issue doesn't mean he doesn't have the ability to do me harm. But I'm not gonna take that nearly as seriously as, you know, I learned a long time ago, the dog that doesn't bark is one you gotta worry about. The guy that tells me he's gonna blow me up, yeah, I'm not as worried about him as the guy that just harbors a lot of hate and I don't know anything about him. Somebody had a hand up over there, I think. Wishful thinking. Just wishful thinking. Yeah.
I've asked a question.
You can ask another one, it's okay, there's no rule. Yes.
What is it? I will judge on.
Because we are. Just another show of respect, same reason they give us the great guys. Yeah,
I might have asked this last time we were here, but how long have you been?
since 1999. Older than I was. You're supposed to say, you sure are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to try that again?
Oh,
I'm gonna say a little bit. No? You've got a question. You do have a question. I think, I'm actually thinking it might be time to retire this one. It's the most boring tie I've got that I wear. But
I got the tire.
Your Honor, that is a fabulous job.
That's not socks though.
it doesn't
I
really.
love socks.
Well, Your Honor, show us
It's got like, some kind of.
Young,
like
Your
a
Honor.
Chinese knife or something on it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe retire.
Socks are multicolored today. Little help, little fashion heat for it.
Oh, thank you, I need it.
Life is too short for boring socks.
What do you think about his shorts?
They're short.
It's not
I think it's a little cool for short myself, but
Yeah.
you do you.
It's awesome.
You do you. It's pretty out. So seriously, you know what the biggest problem the criminal justice system faces in Michigan, I think? Mental health. Not the current Wayne County Sheriff, but the prior Wayne County Sheriff said that he was in charge of the largest mental health facility in the state of Michigan. And he's referring to the jail. Because a vast percentage of the people in the jail should not be there, but there's nowhere else to put them. It's true.
Why is it? The reading so much.
I think there's a lot of stuff going on, but the problem is, as a society, we put more money in jail because we don't know.
Judge, can we approach that with group sidebar?
May I come up to you, Judge?
We have no objection. I have no objection.
My victim falls me ever.
Where do we really need a sidebar?
You want me to bring them in?
Yeah, I'm okay. So I'm gonna sign off. Hi.
That might not be more.
I think, yeah. I think that's.
15,000. Court officer, we're ready when you are, bring in Mr. Clark.
Kieran, quiet down. All right, I'm recalling the People versus Bright.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Richard Oakley, 626. Your Honor, if I may state what I believe we've agreed to.
Please.
Your Honor, I believe that on the violation of probation matter, we're going to reserve that for the same day as jury trial. I believe that on that day, you can take all matters at once. Prior to picking the jury, we'll discuss that for purposes of bond. And what I'm asking for is a $50,000 personal bond to also mirror the conditions where he'll be on house arrest in a tether. He's also going to admit himself into the guidance center, spoken to his mother, and she agrees, and he is going to.
Let me stop you. Mom, any idea how soon that can start?
I have to call them and depending on his release, to coordinate that because.
All right.
Without having.
And would you also put your name on the record so it's not just mom?
Just stand up now, please. Say your name.
My name is Julianne Bright.
Thank you.
Bright's mother.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to order it within 14 days. with the idea if mom can't make that happen, she's gonna let you know and you're gonna let me know, and
Let
the
everybody
people,
know.
the people are gonna be okay with me bumping that as long as it's in process.
Understood.
Yes, that's right. For the record,
All
Michael.
right, I cut you off, Mr. Jallo, go ahead.
Your Honor, so he's going to make sure that he's getting counseling. He's also going to sign authorization for the guidance center to send reports directly to the court, proving that he is getting counseling. I want to explain to Mr. Bright, to this court, that all he's authorizing is proof that he's attending counseling. Nothing that they're discussing or nothing.
No.
Kind of treatment will be shared with the court.
I
Just
don't
verification
want
of his
to,
attendance.
I don't want to know that, Mr. Bright. I just want to know you're meeting with somebody, and you're on a treatment plan. Is there any reason for you to do any emailing of anyone?
I'm done emailing.
All right, that's court order. No emails.
Understood.
He knows how to contact you without emails, right?
Could we do no emails with people regarding this case, Your Honor? Because he still has.
That's all right.
Yeah, because he still has his daughter and all these other things that he needs to use email. So no emailing anybody regarding this case except for me.
What about the attorney that's trying to offer me a settlement?
So if they're not part of this case,
Well, he is. That's what I'm concerned about.
the people that are a part of this case are the people you see in the
Am I
court.
able to email?
The only person you need to contact about this case is standing right next to you.
Oh, we know. So don't contact.
You go through Mr.
attorney for
Didala?
settlement.
I would ask for. it.
What if he emails me?
Forward it to me.
Don't respond.
Yeah, you just forward it to me. And you'll get, I'm gonna do
Do I have to
another.
pay you for
No, I'm recording the attorney. You're good.
Yeah, given the backstory in this case, Your Honor, I would ask specifically that Mr. Bright be ordered not to contact any of the prosecutors, any of the judges, you, Your Honor, myself, Mr. Zelenak, the victim of the previous the current case, and any other judges.
I think that's all covered in nobody was involved
I think you
in
said
this
about
case.
I mean about anything. Just no contact to me.
Well, what I wrote was no contact of anybody from Lincoln Park, courts, city hall, unless it's official business. And I would suggest you it's safer to go through him with official business too.
Understood.
Mr. Didala can be your filter to keep you out of hot water.
Understood, absolutely.
So here's what I've got. 50,000 personal bond, no contact with Mr. Zeliker's family or any other Lincoln Park officials. As I just mentioned, must be in treatment within 14 days and no emails about this case other than through Mr. Didala. And what, I don't know how you worded it, but we need to be hearing from, I'm sorry, ma'am, where are you, what's the facility?
Guidance center?
Guidance Center.
I just want to also know, based on, sorry, Judge.
You're okay.
Based on the situation and trying to get him out of the Wayne County jail system, there's like this process that's kind of sometimes a hiccup, so I don't want to have that hinder the court in trying to.
Just keep in contact with Mr.
I
Didala.
will do that, because it seems like he has to be signed up for the tether and the whole process.
Right.
That delay.
Right.
Trying to get him out, he could stay 14 days, it could be almost like 10 days to try to get him out.
He's currently on the tether, correct?
No.
But he's still in custody.
He's still waiting for the tether on the phone. Oh, because I haven't released him. Yeah, okay, okay.
So once your order is signed.
Right.
then the tether process will immediately
Right.
begin. And
Yeah.
hopefully within the next few days, that will be.
Yeah, and Mom, I've heard that can take 3 to 5 days. So once again, just let Mr. Didala know if you're having problems.
Okay, I just want to have one more question. I'm sorry to ask.
No, that's all right.
So what jurisdiction do we pay? Do we pay downtown or do we go to the city of Lincoln Park for that bond?
There is
You're
no,
not-
there
it's
is
a
no money
personal
required
bond.
for this bond.
It's a personal bond.
Yes, the money required may be for the downtown case or for the felony case, but for this case, there is no money that's going to be exchanged.
Before we're done, your son's gonna raise his hand and swear or affirm to me and create a debt of $50,000 if he screws this up. Then he's not getting out of jail unless he comes up with 50 grand. That's the last process after I make sure everybody's on board, everybody understands the details. And I think we're there.
I agree.
Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, I'm just wanting to make sure that we get this whole process.
I got it. All right. If you have a question, Mr. Bright, ask Mr. Jadala, please.
No, he was swearing. He was going to
Okay.
swear.
Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable in the amount of $50,000 to the court if you screw up on bond?
I do.
Thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Bright.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, staff. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you. You can go to Lincoln.
All right, we're June 27th is our date. Miss Medina, are you ready on, what is it?
I'm ready on both yours.
Royster?
Yes.
Mr. Royster, can you hear me okay?
some of the internet.
He's
I had to
froze.
repeat myself a couple times.
Mr. Royster, can you hear me okay? I'll take that as a no.
Yes, sir.
How about now?
Yeah, we got you. You hear us?
You can hear me now?
Yep, we got you. Can you hear us?
I love me some technology. Officer, are you hearing me? Because I'm not getting any audio back.
All right.
All right, let's see if we can do it with thumbs up. Mr. Royster, give me a thumbs up if you can hear what's going on. Double thumbs up, I'll take it. Miss Medina.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Royster. Your Honor, my understanding is that we are here today because there is an allegation that there has been a violation of a no contact order, specifically some text messages that were reported to the court addressed to the complainant is my understanding, Your Honor. In speaking with Mr. Royster, he does not deny that there was contact, Your Honor. However, there is an explanation from his perspective as to that contact. Mr. Royster's understanding from the last court date, Your Honor, he indicates that he was here, his father was here, the complainant was here, and her mother. And his understanding from what the court indicated is that he was